Man, I feel like some Christmas. I'm kidding. It's not that time of year. And it's not even really the time for Halloween, although I do think it is. You know, it's August now, and I start my Halloween prepping and all of that at the very start of September. So it is just around the corner. You have no idea how excited I am for fall and fall content. I have been prepping and planning and just anticipating this time of year for all different reasons. And a lot of the reasons are reasons I'm going to be telling you about today. So in this video, I'm going to go through my fall TBR and video plans. And it is August. Actually, it's the 1st of August today. It is the very start of the month. And I'm about to go away to Norway for a week. But in this video, in this essay, I will be going through what I'm reading and filming in August, going through what I'm doing in September and October, which includes vlogs of Halloween 2025. We are back for the 4th year? Oh my gosh, this is the 4th year of doing this. I cannot believe that. And also all the other videos and things that I'm doing during vlogs of Halloween. So there's quite a lot to cover today. So let's just get straight into it. Like the video if you enjoy, subscribe if you haven't already, grab yourself a drink, and yeah, let's go straight into it. So firstly, I do have some Patreon plans, and I do have a Patreon. If you would like to support me, I will have that link down below. But again, no worries if not, never a pressure. But I do have a book club for my white lighter tiers and above. And we are doing Don't Let the Forest In by C.J. Drews. This is my July book club pick, but we are doing the live show on August 13th, so I need to get this reread before then. This is young adult LGBTQ plus fantasy / horror, and this follows Andrew, who writes these twisted fairy tales for someone called Thomas, who he has a bit of a thing for. And Thomas, however, might be hiding some things, especially when his parents vanish, and it seems like Thomas might be behind it. So this is the first Patreon book club book. Oh, and Ash has just sat down in my chair because you were so cute. And then the August pick, which we'll be doing the live show for this, most likely the start of September, is the first book in the Wild Magic trilogy, Begone the Raggedy Witches by Celine Kiernan. This is part of like the middle grade book club, so I do a young adult and adult book club, and then I do a middle grade book club, and they kind of interchange. But in this one, we follow Mup, and her dad is being kidnapped by witches. I've had this one for a long time. It's been on my TBR for a long time, so I'm glad that we will be getting to this and knocking it off my physical TBR. And I also believe my friend Allie from With Allie loves this one, and I think I might have gotten this off her recommendation. So it is about time that I actually got to it. And also for the familiar tiers and above, we do the Christie Crime Solve Along. So the September one, is it September? Yeah, the September Christie Crime Solve Along we're going to be doing is A Murder Is Announced. And this one is a Miss Marple book. I can't stand Miss Marple. I think she's lazy as fuck. I just know as Slagatha, I'm going to have to do all the heavy lifting. I'm going to have to do all of the work. And that's always a fun time trying to read through and solve the books by just going off the clues, off the dialogue between characters and things like that. It is a really fun time. This one is set in this little town where a newspaper, I think it's a newspaper, announces that a murder will happen on this date and time. And people are like, what the hell? Like, is that actually going to happen? So the murder is announced, and I think someone dies. Or at least I hope someone does, otherwise what we're solving. So those are my Patreon book club picks, and that is, I think, all of the book clubs that I need to take part of in this quarter. So nice and short, I think, nice and short. Ash, I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You're so cute. Oh, look at your beautiful eyes. Okay, so let's run down what I'm doing in August before we get to some of the good stuff. I literally can't wait to talk about it. I've talked about it so many times online, and I probably spoiled all of the like vlogs of Halloween stuff already, but you know, we're just going to continue on. So as I mentioned, I am going to Norway in just a few days, and I do want to, I mean, I'm in a bit of a reading slump, but I'm going to try and kick myself out of it. And I do want to take a book with me to Norway because I don't really want to do a slice of life vlog in a different country and not even attempt to read a book. And so I do want to try and read some The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. I really enjoy this author so much. I think he writes amazingly, and I don't think I need to read anything else to read this one. I do believe it's like the first book in a brand new series by this author, and it is inspired by Norse mythology, and I have almost finished The Faithful and the Fallen. So yeah, it says set in a brand new Norse inspired world, so I feel like I can read this one. And let's be honest, how much am I actually going to be reading? I'll probably read like the first couple of chapters and like not even get that far. It's weird as well because this book doesn't actually have a blurb. The publisher must have just thought, you know what, who needs to know what this is about? People are going to buy it anyway. And yeah, there's just like literally not a... Just says it's an epic new fantasy saga from best-selling author John Gwynne. So I actually don't know what this is about. Cool. But I will attempt this one as I go away, because I don't really have anything else Norse inspired. Actually, that's a lie. I do also have Northern Wrath by Filled Cold Halt, and this is apparently Norse inspired, but it's just like a little bit big. It's bigger than the Shadow of the Gods. It's just like a little bit too big for me to actually want to take this away on vacation with me. Let's not do that. But yeah, Norway will be my 4th Trover trip. I announced Peru, and that sold out before it went public. And I will be announcing another trip in just a few days. I think by the time this vlog goes up, let's have a look. No, actually, the public announcement will not have really been had by now, I don't think, but I will leave a link to my Trover trip page so that you can sign up for emails if you want to find out how to go on vacation with me and do all the fun things. Literally, I will be going 4 trips strong, and they are just some of the best times ever. I freaking love doing it. So after Norway, I do have my friend's wedding in Mallorca, and we are university buds, and I can't wait to see her get married, honestly. But I've never been to a destination wedding before. In fact, I haven't been to a wedding in like 12 years, and then 2 come at once, because Jada's also get married this month, which is amazing. I'm so excited. But yeah, I've never been to a destination wedding before. I don't know what to wear. And of course, I'm going to try and get a vlog out of it. So what I'm planning on doing is reading some Abby Jimenez. So I did say recently that I want to read Say You'll Remember Me for a little beach vacation trip to Mallorca as my friends get married. So I thought maybe we should do some romance, and I said Say You'll Remember Me, but some people said, oh, I mean, it's a great Abby Jimenez book, but like it's a little bit sad as well, which I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I do also have Part of Your World, which I believe is Abby Jimenez's first ever one, and Just for the Summer. So I can ask my friend Steph from Steph Loves, because she recommended this one. I could ask her, and I could take multiple. I mean, I want to have, a few flights, and I'm there for a few days, most likely by myself for some of them, because I won't know everyone and I'm a little bit anxious, I'm not gonna lie. But I think I should have time to get to some Abby Jimenez books. So I could end up getting 2. I think I could potentially get 2 read for that. But it will be a vlog, beach, vacation kind of vlog, reading Abby Jimenez for the first time. Hope that sounds good. So yeah, I'm not really too sure which ones will be definitely read, but I'll get back to you. The vlog will be up after this, I guess. I have already mentioned these books as well before. It might have been in my spring TBR. No, I don't think it was. I didn't do a summer TBR. I skipped that because I just didn't want to do it. But maybe my spring TBR might mention this. I think I mentioned it in a different video. But I do want to start Discworld. I want to read these by Terry Pratchett for the very first time. And because I have been feeling pretty slumpy, I didn't want to read this while I was feeling like this. Otherwise, I could have read them by now and gotten a vlog up. But alas, I do want to read these at the right time. And I do think by the end of August, I should hopefully be out of this funk so that I can read these and do spoiler-filled vlogs, reading the Discworld for the first time. So I'm committing to the first 10 books in Discworld. I own the first 4. It's just a fantasy world, I guess. I don't really know too much about Discworld. I have not read any spoilers. I don't know really what the vibe is, but it's going to be one of those long projects of like, Gavin reads All the King and stuff like that. And also I did mention that I was going to do the Cosmere this summer, but look, I couldn't predict that I'd be slumpy, okay? And reading Bryan Sanderson during a slump does not sound like a good idea. So the people who are holding me accountable for Gavin reads All the Cosmere, I'm sure it'll happen eventually. But you know me, I like to make a promise and break it. Speaking of Gavin reads All the King, I did want to do episode 6 by now, but like the Discworld, I have been feeling too slumpy to actually commit to doing a spoiler-filled analytical vlog, But the next episode will be covering Night Shift and different seasons. And these will be the first ever novellas, first ever short story collections I've ever read by Stephen King. And I do already have the thumbnail made. I actually had the thumbnail made back at the end of April. That's how long ago I had this planned. I commissioned the artist pretty much when I started episode 5. And so yeah, I've been sitting on that thumbnail ever since. But I'm hoping start of September for the next episode of Stephen King. I believe there's like Children of the Corn in this one. I've never seen a film adaptation of that, but that sounds awesome. Jerusalem's Lot, which I think is like a sequel kind of thing to Salem's Lot, and I loved Salem's Lot. What else have I heard of? The Boogeyman, that got made into a film recently, I believe. The Lawnmower Man. Enough said. I think I've heard good things about One for the Road. I think that might have been at the end of my Salem's Lot edition, but I didn't read it. Graveyard Shift I've heard of, but I don't know what it's about. And with this one, I believe this has The Body, which was made into Stand By Me. Shawshank Redemption, which I've never seen the film for, and I've never seen Stand By Me either. Apt Pupil I've heard fantastic things about as well. And then the breathing method, I don't know anything about that one. But I'm very excited to get to these two. I will be reviewing every single short story, which is why I'm kind of apprehensive to do it like now as I'm feeling a bit slumpy. So it will come, but that's essentially the vibe. And you're probably wondering, what, you're not making the next Stephen King episode part of Vlogs of Halloween? You did that last year. Well, should we just talk about Vlogs Halloween then? Should we just get into it? There's way more stuff that I'm going to do in September and October, which I will talk about. But since we're getting into September now, I might as well just tell you. So I do want Vlogs of Halloween this year to be accessible for every vlog. So last year, there were some vlogs where I don't think everyone would be able to watch them. So for instance, that Stephen King episode, not everybody wants to read Stephen King. Not everybody wants to watch a video about Stephen King. And the Stephen King video is filled with spoilers, for instance. And so not everyone wants spoilers. So I believe I've made all of the vlogs this year accessible so you would be able to watch all of them without the fear of spoilers, except maybe one, but it's for a good reason. Okay, so I actually started planning all of my Vlogs of Halloween stuff on December 12th, 2024. I actually started booking things. I started paying for like some haunted locations. I started arranging a lot of stuff and really planning the entire itinerary out. And since May, I've been filming these vlogs as well. There are still some vlogs that need to be filmed in September and October, but I will tell you, I have 6 of the 10 vlogs already filmed and 4 of them completely edited, ready to go. I literally just finished the 4th one today. And I've got 2 more to edit that I'm sitting on the footage for. But yes, you heard me right. 10 vlogs of Halloween this year. Usually it was 9 for like the first 2 years, 2022 and 2023 was 9 vlogs of Halloween. And then last year I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit too much was going on. And so I cut it down to 8 vlogs of Halloween. But this year we're doing 10. Because why the fuck not? There's actually a couple of reasons why we're doing 10. And maybe it's a little bit of a cop-out, but I don't think it is, okay? So, let's run through the Vlogs of Halloween. So, the premiere for Vlogs of Halloween will be on September 6th, 2025. And it will be part 1 of the Haunted School. And then that will be followed up with part 2 on September 13th. So yes, I have decided to split the Haunted School video into 2 parts. And it's so much more fun that way. And don't think that these vlogs are short, okay? I've already edited the Haunted School videos. They're already up for early access for my White Lighter patrons and above. Part 1 of the Haunted School is 1 hour and 18 minutes, and part 2 is 1 hour and 10 minutes. So you're getting your money's worth, okay? But I thought splitting it into 2 would mean like, oh, let's have a 2-part premiere. And it also allows me a little bit more breathing room so that I can, you know, focus on other things during that time. Because I do need the time. And I think because I have started planning and filming and doing all of this for Vlogs of Halloween, I will find September and October to be a lot better for me in terms of schedule. And I won't be as overwhelmed. Like literally my September is looking pretty decent right now. And I'm so excited. Like I've been overworking myself. Don't get me wrong, to get me to this point, but like September and October are going to be beautiful. So those are the first 2 episodes of Vlogs of Halloween, and I have been reading Summer of Night by Dan Simmons in that video. And I also want to tell you something very excited about my haunted location visits. So now, whenever I do these haunted location visits, I have a brand new format, and it was heavily inspired by Jetlag the game. But whenever I do these haunted locations, I have to complete challenges, spooky fun challenges, in order to win reading time. So yeah, with the Haunted School, I walked in with 0 minutes. And as the night went on, because I stayed overnight in the school, I had to keep completing challenges. And with each challenge I completed, I would win reading time. And I'm not saying I completed every challenge. There were some challenges that I failed at. But it has made these haunted location visits so much more fun. Let me tell you, so much more fun. And it just made for some like really chaotic and kind of scary moments too as well at points. For example, there is a whole pass monitor from Hell challenge, which was my favorite from the Haunted School. And essentially I had to open Ghost Tube and then I had to walk the halls of the school trying to get from the point A to point B. And every single time Ghost Tube went off, I had to run into a room in 10 seconds and hide from like the whole pass monitor. That was like one of the challenges. And then if I won that challenge, I would get like, I think it was 60 minutes of reading time or something. So, you know, just as an example, that's one of the things. And it was just so much fun. And I'm really proud of the 2-part premiere of Vlogs of Halloween 2025. I think you're going to enjoy them. So I think I'll put the trailer in now for the first part of the Haunted School, which is essentially the premiere for Vlogs of So I'm very excited and also genuinely terrified to be here at the George Jarvis School, reported to be the most haunted school in England. Oh my God. I have added a brand new element to these videos. I must complete challenges in order to win free reading time. Oh my God. I haven't seen if anyone has come in, and this door is wide open. And she asked me, have you seen a man in a blue t-shirt? Why is he like this close? He's not gonna like come back later, is he? I feel like I have to check every room now before, because I'm just like a little bit paranoid someone got in. Hey, it's getting serious now. I was down here. I actually don't even have that many more challenges left. I think I'm screwed. They actually filmed a horror movie here last year. Can't do it. I literally can't do it. So yeah, September 6th will be the premiere. I can't wait. And then the third vlog of Halloween will be a horror edition of Snake Across My Bookshelves. So the vlog for that actually goes up tomorrow as I'm filming this. So only my early access patrons have seen it. And I don't know if this vlog series will do well. I don't know if it's taken off. I don't know if it's flopped, but I'm committing to do a horror edition of it. So this one will be on September 20th. It'll be my third vlog of Halloween. And hopefully you enjoyed the first episode of that and you want to see another episode of it, because I ain't got nothing else for you for that slot. So it's going to happen whether or not that video did well. So I can't really say what I'm reading in that video because anything could happen and I could get any shell for it. But if you haven't yet watched episode 1, I'll link it down below. And then episode 4 is a special one too, because it was actually the first video I filmed for Vlogs of Halloween back in May. And it was my Jamaica Inn vlog. So I did book 2 nights in the real haunted Jamaica Inn while reading Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier. Now that vlog does have spoilers in it for this book. I'm sometimes not sure whether or not classics kind of count as spoilers because, you know, this came out a long time ago now, and I feel like you either want to read this or you don't want to read it. So I feel like with me talking about some spoilers, some story spoilers in the video, I guess maybe a lot of people won't really care because they're probably not interested in reading this anyway. But it was still really interesting because I got to explore the real haunted Jamaica Inn while talking about the story. So hopefully you would still find that exciting and interesting. But it's not going to be one of my Gavin Haunts It All videos. So there isn't really like any paranormal investigating or anything. There's like a little section at the end, but it's like not really a serious one. And it isn't one of those ones where I do challenges to win reading time. It is more on the lines of like my Dracula and Whitby vlog, my Robin Hood and Sherwood Forest vlog, you know, that kind of going to the location where a book is set kind of video. So that's essentially what I did for this one. So hopefully you will still want to watch it. So that one will be premiering on September 27th. So even though it was the first video I filmed this year for it, it will be the 4th one premiering. So the 5th episode will be my Emboss or Toss Halloween special. I am trying to break up the vlogs that cost me an arm and a leg essentially, because oh my god, I've spent so much money on vlogs of Halloween this year, you have no idea. But I wouldn't change it for the world because it's literally my favorite thing to do. But yeah, I do need, you know, just some normal vlogs during this event. So I can't just keep going to haunted places for every single one. There needs to be some normal videos. So yeah, Emboss or Toss Halloween special, that'll be on October 4th. So I probably should have said that these videos will mostly be premiering on Saturdays. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I think I premiered on Fridays last year, or maybe it was Saturdays last year. Anyway, episode 6 will be another 24 hours of horror and I'm going to be trapped in the house for the entire 24 hours. I'm not allowed to leave until the 24 hours is done. And I did that for Vlogs of Halloween last year. I did do a 24-hour reading vlog, and I love doing them. I did one back in March as well, just a normal one, and it was so much fun. I went from like midnight to midnight, and I'll most likely do the same thing for the horror edition of 24 hours. It's just so much better when midnight hits and you're not supposed to be up and it feels forbidden, and I love it so much. So I'm going to be doing that for the 6th episode. Again, it's just another normal vlog. But then the last 4 vlogs are going to be extreme. They're going to be extreme, okay? So the 24-hour one will premiere on October 11th. On October 18th will be my Sleepy Hollow vlog. And that will be me going to Sleepy Hollow, the actual Sleepy Hollow, to read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving. And I'm going to be exploring the hell out of that place for you. Because like, I've always wanted to go, and I always want to make a video there. And I've been saving it and saving it and saving it. And now is the time. I've never read this story before. I know it's just a short story, but I still want to get like a really good exploration vlog out of it. And, you know, a little bit like Dracula and Whitby, Jamaica Inn at Jamaica Inn. This will be Sleepy Hollow and Sleepy Hollow. And what will be even more amazing as well is the fact that my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful friend, Gabby from Gabby Reads, she will be joining me for this adventure. She will be there. We are actually going to have a guest star in a vlog of Halloween. I should be so lucky. I am so lucky that Gabby wanted to do this with me. So I'm so excited for that, seriously. And I'm sure you know what The Legend of Sleepy Hollow was about. You know, it's like a headless horseman. Yeah, there's Ichabod Crane. They have sex. I'm kidding. They don't. Do they? No, I don't think they do. But it's going to be a fantastic time. We're both going in October. So this will actually be the last vlog that I film. And I do plan on getting it out on October 18th. Whereas the other vlogs are more like in advance. That one's going to be the final one I film. And it might be a little bit chaotic. So then you're like, oh, but there's still like 3 vlogs to go. You know, that's 7. And you said there's going to be 10. Yes, I did. Because the final 3 videos is going to be my 3-part finale to Vlogs of Halloween 2025. And it will be Escape from the Haunted Castle. So, hopefully you're still excited, but I did return to the most haunted castle in England, Chillingham Castle, where I've already done 2 videos before. But this time I went there. I mean, 1, I've got way better camera quality and audio quality. But 2, I'm doing the challenge and reward format that, honestly, like, I have just finished editing episode 1 today, and oh my god, like, the amount of fun that I had, and I hope that it, like, makes you laugh. I hope that it, like, makes you scared as well, because it was just such a good time. But I still have episode 2 and 3 to edit. And yeah, the first episode was like me doing challenges around the grey apartment and doing all of these like different silly things. And then the second episode is me going out and about, like into the woods, the Devil's Walk, stuff like that, like doing really scary challenges outside. And then the third episode, and this is one of the reasons why I went back, is because I actually paid for the very first time ever to have the castle itself at night after hours. And I'm talking about like inside the castle where all of those really scary rooms are. You have to pay a lot of money to do like a paranormal investigation in there. And I had 4 hours to do some challenges and read. Like, I still had to win reading time. And it was honestly, like, I can't even say too much about it, but it was such a time. And that will be the 3-part finale. So episode 1 will premiere on October 25th. Episode 2 will premiere on October 28th. And then the 3rd and final episode will premiere on Halloween. So yeah, they're premiering on a Saturday, a Tuesday, and a Friday. So that's pretty much like, yeah, 6 days of premiering these videos. So like, that's like an extended finale kind of thing. I know I sound silly when I'm like, oh, event, finale, blah, blah, blah. What can I say? I'm just excited, okay? These episodes will not be short. The first episode, after editing it all and having it now up for early access on Patreon, the first episode is 1 hour and 48 minutes. That's longer than my 2023 vlog when I went to the Haunted Castle, and that was the full 3 days in one vlog. This one is longer than that, and it was just the first night. And I'm hoping to get episode 2 and 3 edited this month. And it does mean that I have so much more time in September and October to actually enjoy the season. I've been way too stressed the last 3 years trying to get Vlogs of Halloween done, like last minute, and then edit and then get it up. And it was just, oh my gosh, it was such a nightmare. But like, I had so much fun, but it was a nightmare. I was stressed. But this year, It's going to be stress-free, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I hope you're excited for it as well. And the books I took with me were Blood on Her Tongue by Joanna Van Veen, Model Home by River Solomon, and The Lamb by Lucy Rose. So those were the books that I picked up for the 3 episodes. So moving on from vlogs of Halloween, now that I have more time to film like other vlogs and stuff in September, October, there will be some like other things. I'll be getting the 3rd episode of the library challenge up in September. I've already done July. I've already asked my August person, and I have someone in mind for September. So that will be going up in September. I might also do some like recommendation videos and just little odd bits and bobs here and there just to put up between vlogs of Halloween videos. We'll see how I get on with that. In September, I also want to get the 2nd episode of Our Fantasy Bingo up, and these are the books that I've picked for it because I've already got the TBR. For one of the prompts, I want to read The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. This one follows Cara, who's staying at her uncle's house, and she finds this hole in the wall that leads to a bunker, a very mysterious bunker, and I imagine something horrifying happens. And I also want to read Discovery by J.A.J. Minton for the 2nd episode of Our Fantasy Bingo. This is the first book in the Strange Eon series, and this is kind of like a cosmic horror sci-fi fantasy kind of hybrid, and there might be something lurking deep in the depths of the ocean. I will definitely explain these a lot better once I've read them. I'm always terrible at explaining things. And next I have Wild Seed by Octavia A. Butler. This one is about a god, I believe, who gets the souls of a village, and a different god comes along, and I think there's some kind of like enemies thing going on there. Yeah. See, this is how bad I am at explaining things. Then I also have the 4th book in Faithful and the Fallen, Wrath by John Gwynne, and I'm seeming to have a bit of a John Gwynne kind of renaissance here. But yeah, this has been a fantasy series that I've been really enjoying. There was like this prophecy thing where we followed Corbin and his family as well as some other characters. And again, this is a series I have read, and I can't really explain. It's your classic fantasy, you know? Classic little adventure, wars, all that bibbidi bobbidi bang. And then finally, The 9th Reign by Jen Williams, I also want to read for my Our Fantasy Bingo episode 2. This one is set in the city of Abora, I think, and it used to be like a city of gold, but now it's overtaken by wolves. We follow Tourmalin, who is given this opportunity by this lady, and he sees it as his opportunity to leave this city. Oh, and this lady is a fugitive witch. This has been on my TBR for maybe like 4 years or something like that. It's been on my TBR for a while. So yeah, definitely want to tackle that. On October 1st, I believe it's the 24th anniversary of Smallville. So I want to do a Smallville vlog because also, you know how I use, you know, like these popular copyrighted songs in my vlog sometimes? There is a website called Licked, and that's how I buy the licenses for those songs so that I don't get a copyright and so I can still make revenue off my videos. And that website has the theme song for Smallville on there. So I can get the license for the theme song, and I was like, okay, well, I'll do a vlog, because I freaking love that. I did the Charmed vlog a few years back, and I want to do something similar with Smallville. I used to love Smallville. And can you imagine the vlog with the "Somebody Save Me"? You know that one? That one? Because I sung it so perfectly, you know exactly what I mean. I cannot wait to read these, because yeah, they did like original novelizations set in the Smallville world that came out when the TV show was airing. And they did the same with Charmed and Buffy, and I loved those books so much. I loved reading them so much. Like, that was such a time. Like, 2000s television shows, or like late 90s, early 2000s TV shows, how they had like these books, like Supernatural as well. That was the moment. That was the moment to be alive. And so, yeah, I want to read these 3 Smallville books. These are the only 3 that I have. I might see if I can try and get some more, because 3 books sounds like it's going to be a short vlog, but we'll see how we get on. I want to try and get that vlog to at least 45 minutes, kind of like the same length as an episode of Smallville. And finally, I mean, actually, there's going to be way more stuff, but like finally what I'm going to talk about in this video is, it is the 20-year anniversary for Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. And I read the first Twilight book 3 times, and every time I read it, I had the intention of continuing the series, but I just couldn't get beyond the first book, essentially. But I'm going to give it one final try for the 20th anniversary. And there was like this beautiful 20th anniversary box set that's coming out, so I'm going to get my hands on that. And I'm going to do a complete series reading vlog for Twilight to celebrate the 20th anniversary in October. Whether or not I like the series is definitely going to be up for debate, but it will be me getting right into it. It is a vampire series, Bella and Edward, and Jacob as well. There's like a love triangle there, and Jacob's a wolf, Edward's a vampire. Some might say he's got the skin of a killer. And yeah, I mean, I kind of love the films. I went to the cinema to see pretty much every single Twilight film. Really enjoyed those at the time. But the books, oh gosh, the first one was just so hard to get through. But I do think it'll make a really fun, complete series reading vlog. I haven't done one since May, and that was for the Fiesta Cheerleaders, and that was like a pretty short one. So I really want to get back into like doing some complete series reading vlogs again. So that one is going to be just a random one that's going to come up in October, most likely, for the 20th anniversary. So that is pretty much most of my plans for fall and all of my plans for vlogs of Halloween 2025. I really do hope that you enjoy this year. I am just trying so hard to make it as entertaining and as fun for you as possible so that you have such a great build up to Halloween. And please let me know down below as well which one you're the most excited for vlogs of Halloween. And I know it's not that serious, like I'm not a television network, but I love these things, okay? I just love them. So that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave all the comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what you think of the vlogs that I have coming up. Let me know what you think of the TBR. Have you read anything that I mentioned? I mean, I didn't even really mention that many books, to be honest. It's kind of a bit of a shit TBR, I'm not gonna lie. But I digress, just chat to me down below. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons for supporting my channel and for making vlogs of Halloween possible this year. I really appreciate you guys. If you would like to join my Patreon, then the link is in the description box. But yeah, I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.